Welcome to Bedford North Lawrence High School. Tonight, the Jasper Wildcats are taking on the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. The Wildcats are 12-9 after their win over Pike Central the other night, taking on the Stars, who stand at 15-6. Hello, everybody. I'm Craig Schneider, along with Jason Stamm and Jeremy Marcos on the video. And Jason, we're taking on a Bedford team that plays in the Hoosier Hills Conference, and they actually tied for the championship there. They played 6 games and went 5-1, so they tied with Jennings County and also Jeffersonville. Those two teams went 5-1 in the conference. Really good basketball team with 15 wins. They've played some Evansville schools. They lost to Wrights, but they knocked off Evansville Memorial and Evansville North, so they're familiar with teams in our conference. And, of course, you should expect that with Jeff Hine, who in his 4th year here, of course, he coached at Boonville. Bossy took them to a state final in 2007. All the years that we competed with them and in our rivalry with Vincennes, and he had great success there in his 8 years. But 4th year here at Bedford, and so you know you're going to face a really tough team tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Craig. Coach Hines' teams are always scrappy. They always play hard, and I wouldn't expect anything less tonight. Anytime you play Bedford, it's not a rival, but it I guess maybe for me being a little older,
right,
it is, because there was always a lot of bad blood between Jasper and Bedford years ago.
Back then,
I think the last few years it's kind of calmed down some because they didn't play each other for a while.
Right.
So I look for a good game tonight. I really do. Like you said, Bedford's 15-6 on the year. That's a very tough conference that they play in.
Right.
And to be able to tie for that conference title, that's quite an accomplishment.
Yeah, there's no question, with New Albany, Floyd Central, Seymour, and Columbus East also in that conference. So, yeah, it's a big win when you win that conference there. But the Wildcats, of course, 12-9 on the season. They knocked off Pike Central the other night, had a 3-game losing skid there where they gave up an average of about 61 points a game in those 3 losses, but did a great job defensively against Pike, holding them to only 36 points. So the Cats are going to really need that kind of defensive effort tonight as they take on a team that averages 56.1 per game. All right, so we are underway. The Cats with their same starting lineup. Nothing changed there. So we will see out there, of course, Carter Moondy, and that's Cabrick trying to feed down into Wallace. On the opposite side of him is Heil. Now, Cabrick, he popped the 3 the other night, and he hits his first one tonight, so he's staying pretty hot from beyond the arc there, Jason.
Yeah, that was a good shot. Again, we talk about it all the time, the inside-outside game. He got the ball into Wallace. Cabrick's man helped off and left him wide open for the 3.
All right, so Bedford actually, they've got 5 seniors on this basketball team, all of them starting. That's Colton Leach is number 2, Caden Bennett is 4, Houston Corbin is 5, Colton Staggs 22, and Jet Jones is 34. So it is senior night, so Jeff Hine getting all of his seniors out there on the floor to start this basketball game.
Yeah, and I don't think we have any idea if that's their normal starting lineup or not.
Right.
But
so right now it's Colton Staggs being picked up by the Wildcats senior. That's Grant Young. Now they work into their offense. There's a drive there by Colton Leach, and he is called for a travel, so an early turnover there for the home team. Just underway here. Jasper with a 3-0 lead thanks to Cabrick hitting his 27th three-pointer on the season. He's just behind Carter Moondy, who leads the Wildcats with 32 three-pointers hit. Moondy averaging 13.3. He's got the basketball there. He led the Wildcats with 15 the other night against Pike Central. Wallace, he's got the basketball. He had 10 in that ball game. Cabrick pulls up at the elbow, then backs up. Grant on the baseline.
Yeah, and I think, you talking about it sounded like there was a lot of balanced scoring in the Pike Central game, and that's when Jasper's at their best, when not one player sticks out, but they all 5 or 6 guys that are out there contribute and are able to help the team.
The ball gets knocked away there as Cabrick kind of got himself into trouble picking up his dribble right there in the lane. Now here's a drive, and there's all kinds of travel and contact and nothing called, but walking out with the basketball is 22 Staggs. 2 minutes into it, 3-0, Jasper with an early lead.
I'm going to guess that the Colton Leach is one of their better players because Cabrick's guarding him, and that's usually the assignment that Charlie gets for each game is the best offensive player.
Right. All right, so right now Corbin has it. Feeds it up top, so Jones gives it back over to Corbin there. So Jasper not giving up anything defensively here. 2.5 minutes into the ball game, and Bedford's yet to get a shot off. Good job there by Grant Young to steal that basketball, so he's going to go the other way. Feeds over into the corner. Ball got deflected there, so Moondy couldn't get a good clean grab of it. So feed down in the Heil. He's double teamed. Now there's a good look there for Carter Moondy, and he makes them pay. So the Wildcats have hit 2 quick 3-pointers, and they lead early 6-0. Jeff Hine has to get things under control with this senior starting lineup. We'll take a break. 6-0. Jasper leads here on 18 WJTS. All right, so Jeff Hine going against John Gable. Of course, all the battles that they've had over the years. In the years that he was down at Boonville, Bossy, and Vincennes, Lincoln, ball gets actually thrown away on that first handle there. A couple substitutions for Bedford. It looks like Trace Reidner's number 1 and Noah Godlewski is out there. He's number 11. Feed down there to Wallace. Now he's left alone. They had a double team on him for a second there. Then they dropped off, but he was not able to hit that baseline jumper, and the ball's going to go off a Heil.
I think they call a foul on Heil for over the back. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so bringing the basketball up is Reidner's. There's a backdoor play, and
there's a moving screen on Bennett.
All right, so the officials are starting to whistle a little bit here.
That's 4 turnovers for Bedford already.
Cats with a 6-0 lead. 3-pointers hit by Moondy and also Cabrick so far in this basketball game. Wallace gets knocked to the floor there, but Carter's able to get a shot up, but he can't drop for him. Bedford still looking for their first points of the ball game.
First shot.
Yeah.
Well, they haven't got a shot off yet.
There's a drive and blocked, so like Moondy got a piece of that one. Now he's going to, thought he had a quick look over there on the wing, so they work it around. Cabrick drive, pulls up, drops back to the top of the key. Now the ball gets stolen. The official's in the way. So Bedford finally, not again, but this time they are going to call a foul. Yeah. All right. Okay, so the second foul whistled on the Wildcats. First one on Cabrick there, but actually shaken up on the play driving there was Colton Staggs, so he's still over there in the corner.
Not sure if he got hit on in the top of the head or in the eye or what it was.
Yeah. So Staggs, a 6-foot senior, is going to stay in the lineup. Shaking that off. He'll shoot the free throws. 3:43 on the clock. Jasper with a 6-0 lead. And Staggs not able to hit that free throw. Again, this is a basketball team that averages 56 points per game. In their last 3 outings have scored 46, 54, and 43, so they've been a little bit below their numbers recently.
Giesler checked in for Heil, I believe, yeah.
All right, 6-1's our score. Giesler posting up down there. Carter drives, and he's going to shoot 2. So this will be a foul whistled on Colton Staggs, number 22. So Jeff Hine against John Gable. John Gable, 217 and 150 in the 16th year here at Jasper. 303 and 187 overall in his 21 years, including modern day. So Moondy's true on his first free throw there. 4 points for him, looking for 5. And he's long on that one.
Noblet checked in for Cabrick.
All right, so Noblet's out there. He is picking up Colton Leach defensively. There's an open look. 3-pointer not there for number 11, Godlewski. And a quick feed down there. Good job of the Wildcats getting down quickly. Grant Young hitting Geisler for an easy bucket. Geisler's been picking up his offensive output in the last few games, and the ball goes out of bounds, and Naba not able to grab that.
Yeah,
if
he'd let it go, it would have went out of bounds.
Yeah, no kidding.
He doesn't see that there's nobody behind him.
Yeah. All right, Cats with a 9-1 lead. Drive there by Leach, baseline feed. Now they work it around the perimeter. It's a drive and kick back. Bedford trying to pick up their offense a little bit, and finally Godlewski hits a three-pointer. So that's their first field goal of the night. Makes it a 9-4 game. 2:36 on the clock here. First quarter action. Cats on the road at Bedford. Ball gets knocked away there.
They're letting them play. I mean, there was a lot of bumping and banging right there.
All right, so obviously Noah Godlewski's got a quick trigger there. He was looking for a shot, but that one was launched over there by Caden Bennett.
They were talking, I wrote up the game tonight with Phil Kendall and Coach Gobert, and they were talking about that Godlewski is a transfer in this year, but his dad evidently used to be and he can shoot the basketball.
Yeah, there's no doubt. Quick trigger.
His dad used to be the girls basketball coach here and got the job at Butler.
Oh, really?
And then I guess they moved to Indianapolis, and then he got let go or quit or whatever up there, and then they moved back here.
Got back here?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he's hot so far. They're both field goals, and now we got a break, and Godlewski's going up the shot. Good defensively there by Noblet. I don't think he got a piece of it, but he disrupted the shot at least, and the ball gets knocked out of bounds. Jasper will hang on.
I'm guessing that it's hard to tell from our angle, but I'm guessing that he did, because if he didn't, he hit the backboard, and they could have called goaltending on it. Okay. So I'm assuming he blocked it first before he hit it.
All right, so Wallace is going to sit down. Geisler takes the inbounds there. Heil with it now. Quick feed into Heil, so he's one-on-one in the post. Squares up, but short on the shot. We've been that way in the last couple post moves by our big man.
I don't know how you can be short from 3 feet away.
Yeah, really.
Fortunately, they're not shooting the ball very well other than Godlewski.
2-point game, 9-7, and there's going to be a foul, so that will be the third foul whistled on Bedford. So that one goes on Colton Leach. Carter Mooney's going to get a quick break here with 55 seconds in the quarter. Jasper with a 2-point lead. Easy inbound play. Somebody lost their assignment there and gave an easy bucket there for Geisler. So he's got 4.
Yeah, and I think that was one of the oldest inbound plays in the history of basketball, and it worked.
Yeah. I saw Leach slam the ball down, so I assume he was the one that got beat there. Look at Godlewski, when he gets that basketball, he's squaring away right away.
He's ready to shoot.
Look at that. Can't leave him alone. Long on that one. Cats with the basketball, 4-point lead, 26 seconds. Grant's going to hold it for 1. Geisler feed down into Heil. Good possession. And they're going to say before the shot, though, I think. And a nice shot fake error to get his defender up, but then got hit before he went up with the second shot attempt. 6.9 on the clock. Inbound play, and it's going to be short. Caber comes down with the board. Puts the shot back up, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. We still actually went out of bounds there, so Bedford's going to inbound here.
I don't think wasn't very good clock awareness that time, I don't think.
Yeah, he kind of forced that up.
Yeah, we got off 2 or 3 shots there, and
none of them were really good ones.
No.
Except for maybe the 3 he set up. Grant, though, almost comes up with a steal there, but he's going to be short on the shot, so 11-7, Jasper with a 4-point lead after 1 here on 18 WJTS. All right, so the Bedford North Lawrence Stars will have the ball to start the second quarter. course, both these teams know who their sectional opponents are going to be. The Wildcats will play the second game on Tuesday night against Harrison. Bedford's going to be up against a county or a conference rival in Jennings County. They both led their conference, so that should be a great opener for the Seymour sectional. So there's a drive and a scoop shot, not there. But coming down with a rebound, Godlewski goes up and he gets his 8th point of the ball game. So he leads them. He's the only one to score a field goal. He's hit 3 of them.
The little guy on the floor, they got him listed at 5'8".
Yeah.
And that might be stretching it, but
definitely an athletic and quick and scrappy player. Long shot there by Nabwa doesn't go, and battle for the rebound, and
they call it a jump ball.
Seriously.
Yeah.
All right.
I thought the outside official was going to call a foul, but the underneath guy called a jump. I'm not sure it wasn't an awful call, but
yeah,
it looked worse.
I saw in a college game the other night where a block shot was called a jump ball. You know, again, why?
Yeah.
All right, Mooney on the wing. Cabrick now, he works off the screen from Heil. He gets to the lane, but he gets the ball knocked away, and so Jasper will hang on to it. Cabrick, he thought he got fouled.
Yeah.
I guess if he thought it, I thought it, right? How about you? Do you think about it?
I thought so. It's a long way from where we're sitting, though.
Wally takes the inbound. Wally's picked up his scoring output on the season. He's now averaging 8.9 per game. Cabrick decides to go baseline instead of going off the screen and loses the handle there. So Bedford's coming the other way. This is Leach with the basketball. Godlewski thought about it, not there. Long, long, long three-pointer, and he's able to hit it. That's Colton Staggs. So he's the first player other than Godlewski to put the ball through the hoop.
I'm guessing that Bedford, if we had their stats, I would venture to say they've shot a lot of three-pointers on this season.
Oh, yeah. Looks like that's their game. Ball gets knocked away here, and so Bedford, who's already leading by 1 after that last 3, sets up another one for number 22, Colton Staggs. So he's got a quick 6 points in the quarter, and now Bedford's gone from down 11-7 at the start, and they lead 15-11. We'll take a break here with 5:51 here on 18 WJTS. Trying to overcome an 8-0 run to start the quarter for Bedford. They now lead 15-11. And, you know, again, this is our final game before we start sectional action on Tuesday, but you really want to be playing upbeat basketball and mistake-free basketball, too, when it comes to that.
That's the key. What you said right there, Craig, is the mistake-free.
Yeah.
You know, that's what, you know, is going to kill you when you get into tournament time.
Right.
If you can take care of the basketball, you obviously give yourself a lot better chance.
All right, so Carter Mundy finds an opening, so he answers that little run by Bedford with a three-pointer. So it makes it a 15-14 game. Cats down by 1. Cabrick on the Leach. It's Jeff Jones still in the ball game, number 34.
And Bedford runs that 5 out. I mean, look, right now they don't have anybody inside the three-point line. You know, so they like to keep the ball spread and try to get those guys open for those three-point shots.
Hand off to Cole Bailey. He'll drive. It's knocked down, and they're going to call him for a travel. Thought there was some contact there.
I did too. We'll take it, though. But
yep. All right, so Grant Young's going to bring it across here. 4:56 on the clock here, second quarter. Jasper trails by 1, 15-14 as Cats get into their offense. Cabrick not there, so gives it up to Mundy on the wing. Drives that elbow, then backs up. Carter, good job getting in the lane, squares up, and long on the shot. Wally comes down with a rebound.
Traveled.
And they're actually going to call a foul.
That's good. I thought it looked like he got the rebound, took about 2 steps before he dribbled.
I agree. So Jeff Jones picks up the personal foul. It's his first, 5th on the home team. Jasper's been whistled for 2. Mooney feeds down into Wally. It's a good battle between those two. And they're going to call him for a travel, so credit Jeff Jones for keeping his position defensively there in the lane.
There's where a situation Wally has to realize there's nothing there.
Give it
so
up.
just give it up. You know, give it up, repost, and get the ball back.
All right, so the Cats trail by 1 yet. 4:17 on the clock here. Kudlewski with the basketball. Staggs backs up. Grant Young's had that assignment all night. Now he gets to the lane, feeds to the corner, left all alone. Easy three-pointer on the way and drained by Trace Reinders.
I don't know who left him, but they left him wide open.
Yeah. So that play worked to perfection for Jeff Hines' team. Jump stop there, feed over to Grant Young, and he kisses it off the glass for his first bucket of the ball game. 18-6 our score. Bedford leads by 2. 3 threes on the scoreboard there. 3:33 left. Backdoor play, and it works to perfection again. So Bedford's last 2 set plays are working, Jason.
Yeah, we got to pick up the defensive intensity. I just don't think we're doing a very good job down here. We did to start the game, but it seems like we've gotten a little lax on defense.
Oh, nice feed there, and actually a foul after the shot was up there. Grant Young was able to take that or put that in, but a beautiful feed by Carter Mooney to find him there.
That's a foul right there to drive Coach Hine nuts. You got a 5'8" kid out there who's trying to block a shot.
Yeah, from behind after the shot's already
you know,
up.
it's like, really?
All right, so Grant Young's got 5 quick points here in the quarter. Makes it a 1-point game, 20-19. Jasper trails. Led by 4 after the end of 1. The biggest lead was 9-1 early on. Leach drives. All right, so that's going to be a foul. Second one whistled on Cabrick, so he's going to have to sit down here with 2:52 on the clock. Brings Nobwood into the ball game. Six foul whistled on, or third on the Wildcats. 6 have been whistled on Bedford. Kudlewski with an open 3, way short this time. Mooney feeds to the corner, nothing there for Nobwood. Almost a steal. Giesler got hacked from behind, and they did call it this time. Trace Reinders is going to be called for this one.
A lot of hand slapping and reaching and bumping tonight. I mean, on both sides, not on either one on one side, but it's both ways.
Oh, yeah. So Giesler's at the line. He's improved immensely from the free throw line, now shooting 48%. He's hitting that first one there. So Giesler with 2 quick buckets in the first quarter there. He's got 5 points in the ball game. Second foul shot coming. 2 for 2. All right, so Jasper's got the lead back. The first time since the beginning of the quarter. They're now up 21-20 with 2:29 on the clock here. Backdoor play to Leach. Feeds it Jones. Now it's up top. Grant versus Stagg. Long three-pointer launch there and drain. They've hit 2 of those bombs. This one, Reinders hits it. He's got 2 3-pointers in the quarter, 6 points, and gives them the lead back 23-21 at the 2-minute mark.
If you remember right, 2 years ago we came up here and Jasper's JV team was undefeated.
Yeah.
And Bedford beat them in the final, either overtime or right at the end of the game.
Yeah.
Wally makes a nice move there. And that's basically the same kids that are out there now.
You're right.
You know, so you knew coming in that it was going to be a close game.
Yeah, battle and a competitive game. We are tied at 23 after that shot by Wallace. Feeding in the corner. On the way, Staggs way short on that one. Good job by Grant Young to kind of change his release. 1:13 on the clock. Carter Mundi, long three for him, is not going to go. Jones comes down with it. Comes Staggs on the left side. And it goes right off his toe.
Foot.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. So that turnover gives Heil a chance to get back into the ball game. Giesler's going to sit. So a good night for him so far. Cats with it with 1 minute to go. We are tied at 23.
I would take advantage of this mismatch with Noblet, with a 5'9" guy guarding him.
And feeds it down to Wallace. He tried to make a move and dribbles right off of his toe. So now Bedford with the basketball. Then he gets knocked away. Good job by Grant Young. So Cats have it with 27 seconds. See if they back up. Tie ball game with 22. Grant Young. Godlewski's all over him. Hands off to Noblet. 9 seconds. Young will drive. He's been able to get to that spot, but he's fouled this time. That's where he's hit his 2 shots on that right side there. So with 4.4, Grant will step to the line. It's 1 for 1 so far tonight, and he pops that one. Cats get the lead back 24-23 as Giesler comes in. Grant shoots 54% from the line. The Wildcats as a team are shooting 66. But it doesn't matter as long as you're hitting 3 in a row like he has. Oh, and we got a quick foul over here. Cats had fouls to give, so nothing hurt there. First foul whistled on Grant Young. Quick inbound, feed back into Leach, and Cats foul again. Doesn't count. Again, good fouls because now they're down to .6 on the clock.
Yeah. And you could actually do it again because you only got 5 team fouls.
Yeah, you're right. Well, they called a foul here.
I think they were. Yeah, the baseline official blew his whistle. I think he's
saying.
No, he called a foul.
Yeah, he did.
On Mundi, I think.
Well, we got a collection of them. Nobody should be shooting free throws. That's only the 6th foul.
Yeah, it's their ball underneath.
Well, how much time are you putting back?
They got to put what the whistle was before the ball was. It should be 6/10.
Yeah.
Not. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So they've called the foul
They
before
called
the inbound.
Yeah, correct.
Got it. Well, they throwing the Leachy.
Almost got that.
Yeah, because Nava wasn't looking at all. So, well, the shot doesn't go, and the Wildcats led by 4 at the beginning of the quarter, and they end up leading at halftime here after Bedford started with an 8-0 run and hit 4 3-pointers in the quarter, but the Cats were able to counter back with some buckets and some free throws. They were 5 for 5 in the quarter shooting from the line. So, hey, we're up by 2 here in Bedford tonight.
Yeah, you know, I'm counting up the turnovers so far. I mean, I've got us Bedford for 7 turnovers in the first half and Jasper for 8.
8. Yep.
You know, and for neither team, that's not very good, you know, when you're trying to prepare for the sectional next week.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think, you know, from Jasper's standpoint, you know, we need to pick up the defense a little bit. You know, they're obviously good outside shooters, so we need to get out, make sure we're closing out on them. And then we got to take care of the basketball a little bit better.
Yeah, that's the bottom line when you get to make some of those halftime adjustments. We'll see what the Cats come out with whenever we come back. So Jasper leads 25-23 here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're at halftime here at Bedford North Lawrence High School. The Jasper Wildcats with a 2-point lead And we'll take a look at the scoring. First for the Bedford North Lawrence Stars, Noah Godlewski, number 11, popped 2 quick three-pointers in the first quarter, then a bucket in the second. He's got 8 points, 6 points for Trace Reidner's also off the bench. 7 points for Colton Stagg. He had 2 three-pointers in the second quarter and a bucket hit by Colton Leach. For the Cats are led by Carter Moondy and Grant Young, both with 7 points, 3 points for Cabrick, 2 points for Wallace. Off the bench, Braden Geisler with 6. So both teams come out with their starting lineups. We'll see if Bedford made any changes. Actually out there starting this time is Cole Bailey, number 14. Godlewski, I believe, is still out there. Is it? No, I actually checked that. No. That's number 1. Reinders, that's how you pronounce it. Rynders. Reinders. Bennett gives it up to Reinders. Now he'll drive. Got a good look, but good job by Carter Mooney to stay with him to disrupt that layup. Ball gets knocked away there by Bailey, so Jasper will have the ball side out. 7:36 just underway here in the second half, third quarter. Moondy goes baseline, rises, short on the shot. Leach will bring it up. Cabrick's had that assignment all night. Long three-pointer shot there by Reinders, and he's not able to hit it, but good save over there by number 4, Bennett.
It was. I mean, he went flying over the bench.
That was a long carom off the rim. Bennett, I don't know if Heil got a piece of that. He may have.
Yeah, I believe so.
Leach on Cabrick, and he's actually going to be called for a reach. So first foul whistled.
That's probably a little bit of a frustration foul for him, because I would assume, like we said earlier, he's probably one of their top players, and we've done a pretty good job of shutting him down.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just aggravated there.
Right. Grant Young picks up his dribble and feeds it into Wallace. Good spin move on Leach, and there's a slap, and they're going to call Jones for the foul. Jones looks perplexed.
I don't know if somebody got him on the arm. I don't know if it was him or not, but
yeah, I think he kind of got on a late reach there. So Wallace, free throw is in and out. It's the first miss for the Cats. 5 for, check at. No, they were 6 of 7 in the first half. I missed those 1 of 2 by Carter Moondy earlier. And Wallace misses both. All right, so Bedford will have the basketball here. They actually called that foul on Leach.
Yeah, I seen that on the scoreboard too, and
it seemed like a late whistle, but regardless, it's his 3rd personal foul. But he aggressively on the offensive end goes up with the shot, and he draws contact, so he's going to shoot 2. So Colton Leach with just 2 points tonight. And I have to earn him this way, as Nabot's going to check in.
Yeah, that was Cabrick's 3rd foul.
All right, so the 3rd foul, well, there's a discussion at the scores table. I don't know what that was about.
I don't either.
So, yeah, with the 3rd foul on Cabrick, he's going to sit for a little bit, so that kind of changes things, because, again, he's been guarding Leach all night.
That possession there, Leach looked like he was trying to be a little more aggressive and try to get to the basket.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm sure Coach Hine probably got on him at halftime maybe and told him he needs to be more aggressive.
Yeah, just tell him to play his game. Remind him it's senior night for him, Cats still with a 1-point lead, yet to score here in the quarter.
But I'd take it right at Heil because Leach is guarding him.
Yeah.
And he can't guard him. He's got a lot more size.
Wallace has to fade away on the shot. Can't go for him.
Again, though, that's one that maybe we don't need to take that.
Yeah.
Pass it back out.
Leach gets the play call from Hine over here, so they're running off the screen. Now it gets it over to Staggs. So it seems like that's Jones' job right there. Anybody who's up top would set a screen. Looks like he's setting up for another one here. Nalbut's keeping an eye on him. Now Nalbut picks up closer to Leach. Nothing there for Jones, and gives it back to Leach. All right, so we played 3 minutes of the quarter, just 1 point scored so far. Jasper with a 1-point lead. Stagg left alone, so he picks up, and actually Wallace is going to foul him after that shot. So three free throws coming after the 3-point shot for Staggs. So 2 fouls on the Wildcats, second one on Wallace, and the first free throw doesn't go. So Staggs is now 1 of 3 from the line, 7 points in the ball game, looking for number 8. Gets that one and gets one more. So Wallace will sit down. Gieser comes in. Even ball game at 25. And Staggs hits 2 out of 3. So he's got 9 points. Jasper facing some pressure here.
Get the ball. I was just going to say, get the ball in the middle, but that's not how you get it in the middle.
Yeah, so Leach came up with an easy steal there and an easy feed over to Bailey for a bucket. So Bedford now with a 3-point lead. Jasper yet to score as Nalbut is fouled on that shot. So Godlewski picks up the personal foul.
5 fouls already, and we ain't played 4 minutes in the third quarter.
Yeah.
And shot a lot of free throws.
Only 1 field goal scored between the two teams. All right, so good job there by Nalbut to knock that down. He shoots 74%. And 2 for 2. All right, so Jeff Hines working his bench here as Reinders comes back in. Stars with the basketball, leading by 1. Nalbut forces Leach to back up and set up another play. He's going to work off a Bailey screen to the left side. Pulls up short on his jumper, and Nalbut comes down with the board. Halfway through the quarter here, Jasper trails by 1. Mooney in the corner.
I'd still like to see Jasper attack whoever Leach is guarding with, whoever that is. Try to get the ball to him because he's got to be very careful with 3 fouls.
They feed down there in the Heil, and he's going to draw the contact. Good job by Gieser to, first of all, handle that pass to him, and then he gets it right back over to Heil. All right, so that personal foul goes against Cole Bailey. Fouls picking up, 4 on Bedford. Heil misses the free throw. The Wildcats have missed 3 free throws here in the quarter. 2 of 5 so far. Only 2 points coming from the line. There we go. All right, we're even at 28. 3:46 on the clock here, third quarter. So Bedford slowly gets into their offense.
Yeah, they don't get in too big a hurry. And they're pretty methodical with what they try to do.
Yeah.
Which is surprising because, you said they average
The three-pointer in the corner doesn't go for Jones. Yeah, I mentioned the average is 56 points per ball game, but their last few games have been in the 40s. All right, so this is another foul on Bedford, so that's
Jones.
5 now.
Jones picked that one up.
All right, so that will bring Caden Bennett off the bench. Senior started this basketball game. Mundi is going to launch it short. Long rebound comes down to Noblet, though. Right through the hands of Heil. Can he recover? Now Leach pushed off right there, but are they going to call this on Heil?
I think so.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Leach is the one that totally shoved him there, but all right. So Heil picks up number 2, 3 on the Wildcats. Could have been Leach's 4th foul and foul number 6, but not the case. 2:49 on the clock. Long three-pointer. Misses everything. If he's going to do that, go for it, buddy.
Yeah.
So Reidner's hit a couple big, long three-pointers in the second quarter, but has been off the mark since. Cats facing the pressure and gets it over to Grant across the line. Jump stop, feed. Mundi left alone. Mid-range jumper doesn't go, but Gieser comes down with the board. Gets it over to Noblet, and he's off the mark, but Heil gets a rebound. Cats taking advantage of their size down low, and that's got to be a reach right there. Yes, it is. So that's going to be a personal foul on Staggs. So they're picking up here, and actually Jeff Hine needs a timeout. That's the 4th foul. Oh, wait a minute.
3rd foul on number 4.
Okay, I read that wrong. I had 3:04, so all right. We'll take a break. 6th foul on the Bedford North Lawrence Stars, though. We're even at 28 here on 18 WJTS. Little gap band in the background there as the Wildcats set to inbound.
Oh, they missed Heil. Heil had good position inside, and we didn't get him the ball.
Good patience by the Wildcats, good defense by Bedford, and actually get after it this time. They steal the ball. Leach going the other way. Grant Young. They are going to call a foul here.
Oh, that's shocking.
So this one's going on Heil. That's going to be his 3rd. So Leach is going to get 2 of them out of it. 1 and 2 for the night. Short on that. So they're struggling from the line too here in the quarter. 3 of 6. Jasper's 3 of 6. Jasper has yet to score a field goal with 1:55 on the clock here in the 3rd. Kind of a sloppily played quarter for both teams, really.
Yeah.
And that free throw bounces around and goes in. So 4 points for Colton Leach. Jasper trails by 1. Mundi gets good position on that jump stop and gets a shot in the lane. So he's got his 9th point of the ball game. 1-point lead for the Cats, and not a handle on that ball is Jeff Jones. So Jasper will have it with 1:28 to go and a 1-point lead. So Mundi will walk it across. Mooney's really working to get himself open here, but we got a foul called. And
22, I think. Yeah,
okay, so it's his 2nd foul. So the Cats are finally in the bonus here. The main thing, they got to improve their foul shooting just 50% here in the 3rd quarter. Wallace has yet to hit one. He's 0 for 3. It hurts to miss those front ends, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You know, you got the opportunity to get 2 points and you walk away with none.
So we're inside a minute as Leach backs up. Nava has that assignment. Cabrick's been on the bench most of the quarter with 3 fouls. Leach, though, drives and kicks back over to Stagg. 42 seconds. All right, so they're going to hold for 1 for the most part, unless something's there. Well, Leach does go up, left-handed shot. So he's not been able to get his game on yet. Cats going to have to hold him in check in the 4th quarter as they're going to work it here with 21 seconds. Down to 13. Mooney with it with 8. Now Grant. Backdoor play. Mooney drives, can't get it to go, but he'll shoot 2. And that's a big foul because Staggs is going to be whistled for it. Oh, no, wait a minute. 34.
Jones.
All right, so Jones picks up his 4th foul.
They got some serious foul trouble.
Yeah, I know.
They got him with 4. Leach has got 3. Godletsky's got 3, I think. So,
well, good thing we got Mooney at the line. He shoots 85%. 2 of 3 tonight. All right, so they get some 3-point shooters in there for this last 3.5. Mooney in and out. Leach has got it. He's got to get a quick shot off, but the ball gets knocked away from him. And, man, we can just put that 3rd quarter in the books because it was sloppy on both sides. Jasper with a 2-point lead as we go into the 4th here on 18 WJTS. All right, both teams score 6 in the quarter. See how things pick up here in this 4th. Jasper, 2-point lead. Cabrick back in the ball game. Cats have their starters except for Giesler. There's a backdoor play. Mooney can't get it to go, though. Giesler comes down with it. Now Mooney from 3. Shot fake, then steps back, short.
That's a tough shot for high school kids. That step back shot.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of strength to do it, and there's just not a lot of high school kids have that ability.
Right. The Stagg.
Ooh, he fell right on the ball. That hurt me watching it.
He fell down going downhill there.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to be a personal foul whistled on the Cats. 2nd one on Grant Young. Five fouls on the Cats. No free throws yet for Bedford. Godlewski with a quick release. Misses there. Rebound comes down to the Bedford North Lawrence Stars, and a quick foul on Wallace. So Cats, 2 quick fouls in the quarter on this possession. We've yet to play a minute at 7:05. 2-point lead. Jasper still has it. 6th foul on the Cats. 3rd on Wallace. And a quick one there, so that's the 4th on Wallace now.
Now, to me, that one there is petty.
I agree.
You know, with the banging and the bumping that they're allowing both teams to do.
Oh, yeah.
And then to call a foul like that here in the 4th quarter.
That's where you start to wonder.
Yeah.
There's no way. He's trying to justify it. There's just no.
No, I agree.
And like you said, I mean, again,
it'd be different if they'd called it that way the whole game.
No, because in the first half there was some serious slamming going on all over the place.
Yeah,
and nothing
exactly.
was called.
Exactly.
All right, so Leach takes advantage and hits 2 free throws. So that evens the game at 31. Both teams in the bonus from here on out. Now, where's that? Look at that. Oh, now he calls it. Now he calls it.
I think Coach Gable called
timeout. Oh, he called a timeout.
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right.
But, yeah, I mean, you know, the defender there was bumping Carter the whole way down,
Yeah.
or at least at half court.
Compared to the inbound
compared to
play.
what was down
Yeah.
there.
I
Now,
know.
what they were doing to Carter, they've been letting him get by with it all night.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
then you don't call that other call on the other end.
Exactly.
Like that.
I mean, how do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. 3 fouls in one quick, 30-second possession.
Yeah.
All right, so a quick timeout there for the Cats. Keep possession here. We're even at 31. 8 fouls on Bedford, 7 on the Wildcats. But Wallace with 4 fouls, so he's going to be sitting for a good part of this quarter now. 6:54 on the clock. Feed into Heil, but he can't handle the pass. Stagg comes up with the steal. Long three-pointer, Reindner, and he drills it. Trace Reinders, he has hit 3 of them tonight.
He doesn't like to get close to the line.
No, he doesn't.
He makes it a no-doubter, but
I'm sure he's won plenty of cokes with that shot.
I would say.
34-31, Jasper now trails. Jasper's only had 1 field goal in the second half. Bedford only 2. Heil. It's going to be a foul on the floor here, so he's going to go to the line. All right, so that foul's going to go on Reinders. It's his second personal foul. Good job by Heil to hit that free throw, so he's 2 of 3 tonight. Good job there, 2 for 2, so it makes it a 1-point game, 34-33 with 6:02 on the clock. Staggs hands off to Reinders. He'll drive this time, now feed. So Leach is definitely their playmaker here, but
Yeah.
he's not had many.
No, we've done a pretty good job on him tonight.
Yeah. So he's going to call this on Heil. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a 2-shot foul. Leach is 4 of 6 from the line. So he pops that one.
Noblet's going to check in for Heil.
So that's 4 fouls on Heil. So our front line really getting a little bit light when we had the size advantage. Leach's free throw is no good. 2-point lead for Bedford. 5.5 to go here in the fourth. Giesler. Grant Young gets to the lane. Can't get a shot to go, though. Comes Leach. All right, give it up. He had a nice opportunity to score there, and now they're going to call Grant Young for a foul. And that puts Bedford at double bonus, I believe. Nope, check that, 9 fouls. 3rd foul on Grant, so we're really starting to lose players here. This keeps up.
Yeah, but with 5 minutes left, you don't have to be real careful with it. I mean, a little, but if you get to 4, you definitely want to be a little cautious right now.
All right, so Staggs is 2 for 2. All right, so we got a timeout. Bedford with a 4-point lead. 5:11 to go in the fourth here on 18 WJTS. All right, Cats will bring it up. 37-33, 5:07 on the clock. Cats have just got to get some open looks. Just 1 field goal in this whole second half. And a free throw fest for really both teams. Geese with a nice fake on the pass, but can't get the shot to go. Cabrick comes down with a rebound. Saves it to Grant. Now Cabrick in the corner. He got held right there, no call, but he pops the jumper. So good job there by Kabrick. Finally get a bucket on the board for the Wildcats here in the fourth quarter. 2-point game. There's a drive by Stagg, not there.
Oh.
Grant loses the handle of the basketball, and that's got to be what they call the timeout. All right, well, he had the ball on the ground, and they give the coach the timeout. 37-35, 4:23 to go here in the fourth on 18 WJTS. Bedford with the basketball here with 4:22 on the clock. And the thing is, it's going to get down to the point where it's like possession.
Well, that one right there was a big turnover on Jasper's
Yeah.
part. You know, we had the ball with a chance to tie it, and you know, ended up losing it.
Game's kind of got a sectional type pace, though, you know?
It does. It's like everybody's really cautious with everything they do.
Yep.
Instead of just go out there and play the game. You
Right.
know, even come sectional time, you know, everybody's like scared to make a mistake.
Right. Well, Leach gets his own rebound there, so Cats can't come up with the miss. Now Godlewski from the corner, and he drains it. Big three-pointer for the Bedford North Lawrence Stars, extend to a 5-point lead. By far the largest lead of the second half for either team, and John Gable needs a timeout. All right, it's going to be a full one, so we'll take one. 3:31 on the clock. Jasper trails by 5 on 18 WJTS. Kaber chucks it into Grant Young there. So Wildcats have got to find some openings for shots.
Bedford come out in a 2-3 zone this
Yeah.
time.
Nabut gets fouled.
See if they call that on Leach or Bennett.
It's going to be on Bennett.
I believe so, too.
Yep. So it does mean double bonus from here on out, even though this is a shooting foul. And Nabut gets
Got
the roll.
shooter's roll there.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
he's-
all free throws from here on out will be 2.
And Naba does it. So Cats are 4 for 4 so far in the quarter.
Wallace is back in for Noblet.
3-point game with 3:17 on the clock. Again, the pace of this game has been very slow here, especially in the fourth.
Well, I think the key point is what we just said. You know, both teams are playing this like it's a sectional game.
Right.
You know, it's lose, you go home.
Yeah.
And there's not really anything wrong with that, especially when it's your last game before the sectional.
Yeah, kind of
But-
prepares you for it.
Yeah.
Ryder thought about it, but now Leach has it back. Almost loses the handle there, and Stagg comes up with it.
I don't know if they're looking to score or if it's like driving layup only.
I think that's what it is. And just try to draw that contact like it did right there. So now
But, you
Kaber
know,
picks up his fourth.
There's the thing. I mean, Charlie's been riding him all night. You know, I'm not saying he hasn't fouled him before, but they hadn't called it till right
Yeah.
there. And that's, you know, as a player, it makes it very tough for those guys is to, you know, well, I've been doing this the whole game, and now all of a sudden you're calling a foul
I
on
know.
it.
Well, Leach has had his share of free throws tonight.
Yeah,
Here in the quarter, he's 5 of 6.
He's got the biggest part of his points are from the line, aren't they?
Yeah. He has hit 7 of 10 here in the second half. 5-point lead for the Bedford. Jasper's going to have to score, but there's a steal by Leach. Trying to feed it into Wallace, who's in with 4 fouls. And look at Leach just puts his elbow right towards his head. No call. Yeah, we got no chance of winning this basketball game if this continues. Yep, Leach pulls up, easy shot in the lane, but he can't get it to go. Wow, they get a nice
And
reach
again,
down low.
that should be 5
Yeah.
on him, I believe.
Yeah, I think it is. Yep, so that is 5 fouls on Bennett. So that will bring Jones off the bench now. But these are key free throws here. Because again, that's the only offense the Cats are able to get really here in the second half. Good job by Wallace to hit that first one. He was 0 for 3 up to that point. So just 3 points for him. And that's a big one. All right, so the Cats stay true. 6 of 6 from the line here. 3-point game, 144. So Cats are going to come up with the basketball here. Trying to clear some space here for Leach to drive that lane like he's been doing.
He's going to get 5 seconds. Well.
And they call.
That's again.
Oh, man, you got to be kidding me. This is really getting Ticky's happy.
I mean,
it really is. I'm sorry.
Don't let them get by with that all night.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you keep reiterating that, and people get tired of hearing it. But it's, you know, it's what's happening.
So Cabrick's going to sit for the rest of the game as he fouls out, and Leach misses the free throw.
But on the same sense, you still have to fight through this. You have to find a way to get through this, because this could happen next Tuesday.
You're right.
You know, you don't ever know. So it's a good, you know, this isn't a win or lose game.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose it, basically. But you got to learn to play through this adversity.
The ball gets knocked away on that rebound, and Grant Young's going to pick up a foul now. All right, so Mooney had a good look to tie this ball game on that 3-point shot, but more free throws for the Bedford North Lawrence Stars. They have shot 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 in the quarter. Make it 11.
There's been a lot of free throws shot in the second half on both teams.
So Reinders has 10 points, and he's 2 for 2. Yeah, a lot of dots on my score sheet here. All right, we're inside of a minute. Jasper's going to get aggressive here. We're down by 5. Grant feeds. There's a 3-pointer. Doesn't go, and coming down with a rebound and fouled immediately, and that's going to be, see if they call it. Yeah, they're going to call us on Carter Mooney. So probably save Grant, though, because that would have been his 5th, so Mooney's first.
As I say, there's about 3 guys you could have picked from, I think.
Yeah.
Between Mundy, Giesler, and Young.
Yeah, the only problem is Reinders looks like a really good free throw shooter.
I was going to say, he looks like he can shoot it a little bit.
So hits that first. All right, so John Gable wants a timeout here. Bedford has hit 10 out of 13 free throws here in the 4th quarter. But, yeah, again, just kind of where this basketball game went, you know, as far as just the pace. You know, again, I mean, I feel like I'm watching a Washington sectional back when Jasper played Vincennes.
Yeah.
You know, and, I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that's the style that we're facing. And again, Jeff Hine knows that. He's trying to prepare for the sectional the same way we are.
There's no doubt. You know, obviously when you get to this time of the year, you have to do the things that you have to be able to win games.
Yeah, right.
And it doesn't matter what it is. You know, at the end of the day, when you get to the sectional, you just got to walk out there with 1 more point than your opponent.
Yeah.
And however you do it, nobody really cares.
Right.
You know, and I think both teams are, you know, trying to work on different things tonight to prepare for that. You know, I think with Jasper's, you know, Harrison's a very athletic team, you know, so I don't think this is a fair comparison. Now, I'm not taking anything from Bedford.
Sure.
But Harrison's going to be a more athletic team than what Bedford is.
Right.
So.
Much more aggressive.
Yeah.
All right, so Reinders looking for his 4th free throw, and he misses. So Cats
still got to
hope.
hope.
6, 2-possession game.
But you got to score, and you got to score quick, and then you got to you basically got a foul. You can't do that.
Nope. Easy steal there for Leach. He's going to drive, feed. They're just a little cat and mouse right now. Nobody willing to foul him, but he'll dribble all night then. Now Grant Young picks up his 5th, so he's going to have to sit down. All right, well, that's pretty well going to seal it if he pops both. Really just one's all he needs. All right, so Hiles going to check in. Bailey's actually going to check in for Bedford here. So Trace Reinders will step up. Long on the free throw, but it's a two shot.
Yeah. That still gives you hope if he misses this, because it's a 2-possession game. But you got to score, and you got to score quick.
The only problem, we've only had 2 field. Oh man, airballed that one. So
well, you really put the jinx on him.
No doubt.
You said he's a good free throw shooter. He's proving you wrong.
That's right. I'll take it. So he's now 3 of 6 from the line. Cat's gonna have to score quickly here. Step back 3 from Mundi, and he pops it. Timeout for the Wildcats. So there's hope with 12.7 on the clock there. So the Cats finally get their first 3-pointer of the second half. Just their 3rd field goal. Both teams have only scored 3 field goals. So, that's one thing you can look at as far as the game. Both teams have been aggressive defensively. They started to call some things and change things the way they're calling in the first half.
Yeah.
But, for both teams to only score 3 field goals apeace, I mean, you got to give credit to the defenses on both sides.
Yeah, it was good defensive intensity by both teams. And I mean, I've got Jasper for 2, 4, 5 turnovers here in the 4th quarter.
Okay.
And 2 in the 3rd quarter, so 7 in the second half.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not going to cut it.
No.
I'm sure. That'll be one of the things that the coaching staff will stress, in practice tomorrow, Saturday, and Monday.
Yeah.
Before you go to Evansville on Tuesday, you got to take care of the basketball.
Yeah.
And it's amplified, obviously, starting next game. So.
All right, so Cats have a chance here. 12 seconds, quick inbound into Bailey. Now Stagg's going to quickly get it across here, and Nalbert finally fouls him.
I don't even know who came in. Oh, it looks like Ernie's in for Jasper.
Yeah, Caden Ernie's in, number 33.
Yeah.
So gives him another shooter and ball handler.
And somebody with no fouls to foul.
True.
But he didn't even get that one.
Yeah. All right, so that's a big free throw right there for Staggs.
That's going to make it a little bit tough now. Down 4 with 8.1 left.
Staggs hits both of them, so he's 4 for 4 in the quarter.
But it's still a 2-possession game.
And that's going to put us at the line. Yeah, Jeff Hine is not happy about that.
But, that's the same ticky-tack stuff they called on that end, too. So, I mean, they've called it a little bit on both ends. I mean, I'm not going to, we talked about, when you come to Bedford, you don't get any breaks, which we didn't tonight, but I don't feel that it was totally lopsided.
Yeah.
I mean, there was some crucial calls that didn't go our way, but
we just got to get more field goal attempts. And
that's the bottom line. I mean, it's not that we didn't hit them the second half. We didn't even get them.
Yeah.
And part of that's because they fouled us and we were at the free throw line. But
all right, so Mooney pops his free throws, does his job. 47-44 and a quick foul on the inbound.
I think he fell over his own feet. It just happened to be that Noblet was in the vicinity of him. But if he misses both of these, you still got a shot for a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
But if he makes one, it's going to be really tough because I'm not sure if Jasper's got any timeouts left.
Yeah, that pretty well does it for Bailey.
Yeah.
So Bedford, my goodness, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19. This will be the 20th free throw shot by Bedford here in the 4th quarter.
And just to clarify for anybody that's watching, that is not Damon Bailey's son.
Relation.
Relation. Because I'm sure people around Jasper, big IU fans, know that, recognize the name and all that. And just so everybody knows it's not anything to do.
All right, so Jeff Hine gets his final seniors off the floor here on senior night for Bedford. So a 2.8 and a 5-point lead for Bedford. Jasper's just going to have to get a final heave. And Mundi off the glass, nothing there. So, all right, well, probably the game we kind of expected, right?
Somewhat, yeah.
Just a grunge match.
Yeah, you knew it was going to be a dogfight, low scoring type affair. Obviously the third quarter was the whatever you want to call it of the game. Both teams only scored 6 points. You look at it there, Bedford scored 20 points in the fourth quarter. The way my math, but I don't know.
14 coming from the free throw line.
Yeah. So, give them credit, they hit their free throws, nice. But it's one of those games that you need to learn from it, and I'm sure the coaching staff will take this game film and use it to teach these guys things for the sectional, and we just got to go back to the drawing board and get after it next few days in practice and come down there to Evansville on next Tuesday night, and be ready to play in the sectional. Obviously, Harrison's not going to be an easy opponent. We found that out when we played them at home. But I've heard that, Harrison's the favorite to win the sectional, but that doesn't get you anything. When the game starts, it says 0-0 on the scoreboard. Yeah,
because they're playing really good basketball. They wound up winning the conference, the SIAC conference, with an 8-1 record. And again, you go 8-1 in that conference.
That's
you
pretty
got a pretty
good.
good basketball.
Yeah.
You're playing good basketball. Yeah. 15-6 on the season.
You got Wrights, you got Castle, you've got Memorial. You got some teams in there that were pretty good. So, they're obviously nothing to shake a stick at. Is it somebody we can beat? Yeah, we can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
They're not that good, but we have to go back to the small things. At the start of the game tonight, you talked about the defense that we played at Pike Central game the other night, which I didn't see, but I think I don't think we probably did that tonight, totally.
Yeah.
But that's what's going to win you tournament games is playing good defense and taking care of the basketball.
And hitting free throws. We did it right. They shot 20 free throws in that fourth quarter, all right? So they obviously got the advantage there as far as the foul calls and all that. They hit 14 out of 20. Jasper was 8 of 8. So, the opportunities we got, we were able to pop them. And in fact, in the Wallace missed 3, but outside of that, Mundi hit 5 of 6 tonight. Grant Young was 3 of 3. Wallace was 2 of 5, but he hit his final 2. And then 4 free throws hit by Noblet, 2 by Braden Gieser, and 3 hit by Heil, 3 of 4. So, that's the thing. It's like if it does become a tight basketball game, you got to pop your free throws, and I thought Cats did a pretty decent job.
We did a good job of that tonight, and obviously the ones in the fourth quarter are amplified because they're not that they mean any more, because you don't get any more points in the fourth quarter than you do the first.
Right.
But more eyes are on you, and it's you feel like the game's on the line.
Yeah.
And coming into the sectional, it's even going to be more so that way.
Yeah.
Every time you shoot a free throw in the fourth quarter, it's going to be like, I got to hit this.
Right.
And like you said, tonight we did a pretty good job of that in the fourth quarter when we had to have them.
Yeah.
We just didn't get enough of them. But
yeah, just the main thing with a game like tonight, again, you got to stay fresh. You got to keep playing basketball. But really, tonight meant nothing.
No, it didn't. Probably the biggest thing that you take away from tonight's game is you come out of it healthy.
Yeah.
You didn't get somebody banged up. You didn't get a key player injured, and then all of a sudden, Oh, and then you go, oh boy, here we go. It's sectional time.
Right.
Because there's no time for recovery from it now.
Yeah.
So, you can. That's a positive you can take away from tonight is everybody stayed healthy. You'll go into the sectional with your best lineup, your best team, your best everything that you can put out there.
Yep.
So that's going to help. And this is why you play high school sports. Is for the sectionals.
Exactly.
It is.
You're at this point.
And, we can harp on that all we want, but it's just a shame it ain't like it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
The sectionals.
Yeah.
That used to be
everything.
Oh my gosh. that was like the best time. When you got to go play in the Southridge sectional, Huntingburg sectional, and even when it was at Washington, when they went to class, it was not bad.
Right.
But when we got pushed up to 4A and moved down to Evansville, there's just no atmosphere.
I know.
It's just awful.
Jasper typically brings the biggest crowd.
Oh, there's no doubt. I guarantee you Tuesday night we'll have, I'm not going to say twice as many fans as Harrison, but we might.
More.
And the Jasper fans that are watching this, tomorrow on TV, these guys need the support down there on Tuesday night.
Yes.
And the thing is, it's a Tuesday night game. Yeah, that stinks.
Yeah.
Because it's during the week, but people that are watching, get out, go down there and support them. Be there to back them and root them on, and it's high school sports is a great thing.
Sure.
It is overall, and I just think that the fan support in the last few years has dropped off drastically, and one reason or another. It doesn't matter, but I just
All right, well, again, it is tournament time, and so the Cats know where they stand, and first game's going to actually be Wrights and Castle, so that's going to be a great game there. So if you're just a fan of basketball, again, it's an easy drive. It's on the north side, just right off of I-41 to get to Evansville North. So you'll get Wrights Castle first and then Jasper Harrison. So, again, just no bad games. I mean, the benefactors, really, whoever wins those games, have a really good shot to get to the championship game.
Yeah,
Central and North are the two teams that are down the most. So.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll tell you what, we'll take a break here, and then we'll talk to John Gable real quick here on 18 WJTS. All right, we're back once again here at Bedford. Jasper falls to the Stars 49-44. And, John, we were just talking about that seemed like a tournament game. I mean, as far as possessions, free throws, not many field goals scored. So kind of talk about what you saw tonight.
Well, I agree, and I'm not disappointed with our effort. And I thought just like it's one of the strangest years I've ever been around, Craig, because every win we've had has been by double digits.
Yeah.
And every loss we've had in the last couple minutes of the game, we've had chances to win and not done it. The difference tonight was our 17 turnovers, and 3 of them were in the fourth quarter with the game on the line.
Right, yeah.
And that's how you lose ball games.
Yeah.
Bedford was their co-conference champs.
Right.
And they're now 16-6. They've got a nice ball club. They're very physical. They shoot the ball well. They're well schooled. And we had chances to win, and we just gave it away.
Yeah.
Now you could, I guess, because this is the TV broadcast, I could say it a little easier, but like you would expect on the road, the calls didn't really favor us toward down the stretch.
Yeah, exactly. When they shoot 20 free throws and we shoot 8. Yeah, in the fourth quarter I'm talking about.
Right, and that's where the game turned too. They went to the foul line, and with some questionable calls and also maybe some legitimate ones, but most importantly, with the game on the line, we actually missed a couple shots and also didn't get a couple shots off because of our turnovers.
Yeah.
And that's, you don't turn the ball over 17 times on the road at Bedford and win. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And that ends up being the difference.
Yeah.
And I think they scored 20 points off turnovers from what our stat guy had.
Okay.
And so with half of their points came off of our turnovers.
Right.
I mean, not half, but close to that. So
exactly.
We really, I'm proud of the effort. I'm proud of the fight. I'm disappointed in the fact that we don't execute with the game on the line. And if I knew how to fix that, I would have fixed it already. But it's been a reoccurring theme for us this year.
Right. Well, and again, we can talk about correcting that, but again, it has to be corrected come Tuesday.
Yeah, it comes down to the players are the ones on the floor, and we have 3 seniors out there on the floor at crunch time, and at some point the responsibility has to fall on them.
Yeah.
And I think that's the important thing. It's not something I'm going to hop on and get it in their brain because sectionals here. I mean, we got to play Tuesday, but we're not going to blow anyone out of the gym next week.
No.
We're going to have to be able to be smart and confident and execute down the stretch. And it's just something in tight games that we have just been really bad at this year.
Yeah.
And it's cost us a lot.
Sure.
I think the only game that we've had this year that in the last 2 minutes that we didn't have a chance to win was Casa.
Yeah.
We've lost 10 games, could have won 9 of them.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah, there's no question. Well, again, it's preparation time, though. Right now, again, you got to kind of get this out of your mind, don't you?
Yeah, and, I think that's the important thing now is to have a short memory. I think to look at the positives is also important.
Yep.
We did compete at Bedford, and that's important. I mean, we could have come up here and backed down. We could have come up here and got our clocks cleaned, and we didn't.
Yeah.
But in the end, we also didn't win.
Right.
And so that we can't be happy with that, but we also can't. We don't have time to hang our heads and feel sorry about it because we have to get ready for Evansville Harrison.
Yeah. And Harrison's pretty well the hottest team coming into the sectional.
Yeah, they're another team that after 3 quarters we were winning, and the wheels just fell off in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
They outscored us 12-3 in the fourth quarter. So we've proven we can play with them. We just haven't proven we can beat them, and that's going to be a tough challenge.
Yeah. So is this going to be a game where we're just going to have to play our game or have to basically compete against their game? What do you think?
Well, we're going to have to make them play our tempo. We're not going to beat them 80-78.
Sure.
I mean, we're going to have a score like this in the 40s and 50s, and we've proven defensively we can do that. But the other part of not just being good defensively is being able to take care of the ball offensively. Because Harrison's another team. If you turn the ball over, they're going to capitalize.
Right. All right. Well, again, I guess we get to work tomorrow then?
Yeah. We have practice after school tomorrow. We have practice Saturday morning, and we have Jamin and Jasper in town this weekend.
Okay.
But then we get to practice again Monday, and we go down the north on Tuesday and see what happens.
All right. Have we been on their floor? I mean, as far as practice yet?
We did go down on Monday and practice.
Oh, you did Monday?
Yeah,
okay.
They have a youth tournament in town this weekend just like we do.
Oh,
it's
no
a girls'
kidding.
youth tournament, I think, so we weren't able to get a practice time on their floor,
Okay.
which is a whole nother story. But they did let us come down on Monday, which worked out pretty well. We practiced at 4:30 down there. Then we had a team meal down there, and it was a good getaway. But so we've been on their floor. Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Okay.
All right, well, Coach, I'll let you get going. I know it's late on a
Thursday
night, but again, it's basically 0-0 is our record right now.
Right. And that's why we have to stay positive because like I said, we don't have time to be down on ourselves and point fingers, and we just have to look at the bright spots and look at what we did well tonight and hopefully improve.
There you go.
Okay.
All right. Good luck, Coach.
All right, thanks, Craig.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, so the Jasper Wildcats on the road here at Bedford. Final score 49-44. Quick look at the scoring. Bedford had 2 scores in double figures. That was Colton Staggs with 13. Trace Reinders had 12. 11. Well, actually 3 players. Noah Godlewski also had 11 points. 9 points for Colton Leach. And again, just those 14 free throws in the fourth quarter was just a little too much for the Wildcats to overcome there. They were actually Jasper was 8 of 8 in the fourth quarter there compared to their 14 of 20. Cats are led by Carter Mooney's 15, 7 points for Grant Young, 5 points for Charlie Cabrick, 2 points for Will Wallace, and Griffin Howell had 3, so that's the starters off the bench. Braden Gieser with 6, and Noblet had 4, all coming from the free throw line. So, again, new season starts Tuesday, Evansville North Sectional. Jasper will play the second game, so it should be an 8 o'clock scheduled start. Depends on how the first game goes. The first game starting at 6:30 Jasper time, 5:30 Evansville time. So Cats will take on Harrison, and actually Bedford, we mentioned their sectional where they're playing Jennings County. They're in the Seymour sectional, and they'll play the first game on Tuesday night there. So Bedford improves to 16-6. Jasper falls to 12-10, so a winning record on the season. And we will be back in action in sectional action down at Evansville North coming up on Tuesday. So Jason Stamm, Jeremy Marcos on the video. My name is Craig Schneider. Cats fall 49-44 here on 18 WJTS. Good night.